Here we go, the 101st country, Guinea-Bissau. So I took a bus from Gambia via Senegal to Guinea-Bissau. After entering Guinea-Bissau, my bus stopped since there was a truck accident ahead which blocked the road. So our driver stopped and took a motor to check if there's any possibility to pass the road by bus. And all the passengers from my bus got off and waited on the road. On the bus, the guy who sat next to me was a youngster from Guinea-Bissau. He only speaks Portuguese, so we only briefly greeted each other. His name was Joe. I saw he was eating something, and then he shared it with me. He gave me some, which was a roasted corn. So I was trying to buy some food, but I just encountered a language barrier. So Joe came over to check if I'm okay. And then our driver came back, told us we've got like two options, either to sleep on the bus overnight and go into the capital the next day, or take another minibus to pass to Bissau. I was thinking what option should I take? And some passengers from my bus told me to stay overnight on the bus with them. And Joe said that he is going to take the minibus to make his way to Bissau on the same day. There was a Gambian girl on the bus who speaks English, and Joe invited her to translate for me. Said that if I'm willing to go to Bissau with him, I can stay with his family upon arrival. Despite himself doesn't speak English, but he's got an elder brother who can speak English. So I actually found a COS host earlier for Bissau, but I got no reply. Then though I didn't talk much with Joe, but I felt I trust him, so I decided to follow him. We stopped to hitch the minibus. Neither they were full nor not enough seat. And finally we found one. We were supposed to put our luggage in, but we saw all the passengers from our buses just came back to the bus because with some trolleys' helps, our bus can pass the blocked road. So we also moved back to our bus and we didn't take the minibus. I was very tired, so but also I just emphasized with Joe that I'm going to his family upon arrival, and he told me no problem. So when we arrived at Bissau, I was exhausted because eventually I fell asleep on my backpack, and then I just heard someone was calling China and let's go. So I waked up and with a sleepy face, exhausted, but I just followed Joe. We first took a local bus to Bandim Market, and then it was during the rainy season in West Africa, so it just rains dogs and cats Saturday. So I just followed Joe in the darkness to his home. I couldn't see anything. There was only like darkness, rains, and my tired legs. So I followed Joe on a rough road. After 20 minutes later, we arrived at his place, and I found out all my luggage was wet. I took out like some wet clothes and my sleeping bag and laid them on the room. And there's no electricity in the room, so I slept in Joe's room that night. there was like Joe and his cousin in the room too. So I slept on the big bed. Joe slept on the couch. His cousin slept on the floor. I was too tired, so I fell asleep immediately. Next day I waked up. I found some part of my pillow was wet by the raindrops from the roof, so I just changed to on the other side of the bed. And Joe's cousin left, and Joe fell to the floor. I walked out to the room, and then I just want to pee, but I couldn't do the same thing I was doing last night because Joe told me just pee outside. And then I just saw Joe's brother who speaks English. His name was Noe. He told me where I can find a toilet, and then after that I greeted Joe's mom with a smile, and she was a very kind and smiling lady. I thought there was no electricity at Joe's place, but actually they got electricity during the day, but it was very weak. And I tried to cook some porridge with my mini rice cooker, and it took me like 3 hours. While I was waiting for my porridge, Joe's family invited me to join there for food. So they were having like mini fishes and then mashed okra for food that day. So Joy, Noah, and then Joy's nephews and I were sitting on the floor, and each of us got a spoon. So we all sharing like one plate. I know in most African countries they have limited food, so I don't want to take too much. But still, I just ate a little bit because I want to show them that I'm okay with African food, and I'm also totally don't mind sharing one plate with them. After lunch, I wanted to take a shower, and I used to, try to wait for a running water tap to shower, but it was during the summer. It would just feel hard if you don't take a shower at least once in a day. So Joe gave me like half bucket of water. It was collected from the rain, and then I just applied the soap, and then I had no enough water to rinse. But anyway, I have to stand it. And after that, I asked another half bucket of water to wash my hair. So I cut my hair before heading to West Africa, just in case I don't get enough water to shower. And then I used the rainwater to wash my dishes as well. And then I don't use water to wash my face due to the limited of water, so I used wet tissue to just wipe my face. My dream back to that time was just to meet a running tub to shower. And though the living condition was rough, but the family was very nice to me. Joe's sister got a Portuguese passport, so she came to China quite often for business. She ran a salon in Bissau, and she bought a lot of wig from China. They changed the clean bedsheet for me, and then considering that there's no toilet in Joe's room, so they gave me a bucket to pee inside. I really enjoy the way they treat me. There was not much to see in Bissau, so I went to Beach. And also, during the laundry day, Joe's mother asked me to take out all my dirty clothes. And then she spent the whole morning to clean all the clothes. During lunchtime, she was still washing, so I just can't help to ask her for lunch, so I would just wash the rest for her. And then I realized it's all the big underwears from Joe's mom, so I was thinking, okay, if she can wash the smelly socks for me, why I shouldn't wash the underwears for her. So I just washed the underwears in my very first time during traveling for somebody. and then I visited Babukianan, and after that when I came back to Bissau, I don't want to stay in this rough condition anymore, so I decided to go to